Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveller. Long I stood, and looked down, one as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other, as just as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy, and wanted wear, though as for that the passing there had worn them really about the same, and both that morning equally lay, in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. In the first stanza, we have line 1 rhyming with lines 3 and 4 through the words would, stood, and could. The second line rhymes with the fifth line through the words both and undergrowth. Therefore, stanza 1 represents an A-B-A-A-B rhyme scheme. In the second stanza, we have line 1 rhyming with lines 3 and 4 through the words fair, where, and there. The second line rhymes with the fifth line through the words claim and same. Stanza 2 represents a C-D-C-C-D rhyme scheme. In the third stanza, line 1 rhymes with lines 3 and 4 through the words lay, day, and way. The second line rhymes with the fifth line through the words black and back. Stanza 3 represents a E-F-E-E-F rhyme scheme. Lastly, in the fourth stanza, line 1 rhymes with lines 3 and 4 through the words sigh, I, and by. The second line rhymes with the fifth line through the words hence and difference. Stanza 4 represents a GH-GGH rhyme scheme. The title of the poem hints that the poem is about the lost opportunities and the complications of choices. First stanza, the speaker describes a fork split into two roads, where the woods are yellow. He has to choose between the two roads, as he cannot go on both roads, and is standing on foot, choosing the right path, thinking hard about which path to choose. He looks at the first road, trying to see where it goes. However, there's a bend where the plants and greenery block his view. Second stanza, the speaker looks at the other road and believes that this is the right choice. He says that the second path is better, as no one walked on the path before, and also it has grass and does not look worn. The speaker changes his mind and believes that both paths are equal. In the third stanza, the speaker says that it's morning, and the paths are covered with leaves, which did not turn black by steps crushing them. He is regretting the decision and will revisit the decision of taking the first road. He decided that he won't come back and try the other path. In the fourth stanza, years passed, and the speaker will be telling us about what will happen with either happiness or sadness. The speaker summarizes and tells us that he took this path as it is less traveled by. As the years passed, the speaker took the path that no one else did, and this made a difference in his life. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood. The road splitting in the wood is a metaphor for a choice. There is also an extended metaphor, as the fork in the road is a metaphor for choices ongoing throughout the poem. Because it was grassy and wanted wear. This is a personification for a road which cannot have a desire to want wear. The poem, Sigh, is an onomatopoeia representing the speaker's depression and sadness for the decision he made. The assonance in the poem is represented in the first stanza through the words would, stood, and could. Wanted wear is the alliteration in the poem, as both words began with the letter W. One major symbol in the poem are the two roads, which represent two choices in the narrator's life that he must decide between. He can pick one option, however, he cannot choose both. Another major symbol is the woods, which represent indecision, as the speaker is lost and searching for answers in order to choose the right path. A major theme in the poem is indecision. The speaker had to choose between two paths in the woods, and he wanted to choose both. However, he had to choose one. The speaker decided to choose the one that was less traveled by. The poem is told from a first-person point of view, by using I to describe himself. The tone of the poem is satisfaction, as the speaker chose the right road for him to walk on.